as with every A-level subject, knowledge is power. Now for politics, that means you've got to keep up to date, so you've got to be on it. Now what I recommend is maybe creating yourself an Excel file or something with the different areas of the spec that you can then put links into for different newspaper articles or case studies that you can go back to prove your points when we're talking about the theoretical side of politics. So you can kind of see the progression of different things or programs that you've watched. You might like to write a little summary. That is a good way that an A-star student can keep on track of all the knowledge that is going on. Now it is important not just to know what's going on, but also to be critical of it. So we've got to think about, why are people trying to kind of put forward those views? Are they trying to direct you in one way or not? What's the agenda behind it? You know, obviously all the news programs have editors that are there that are putting these things out at certain times. So it is important to read a range of things. So quality newspapers, things like the Times, the Telegraph, Financial Times, the Guardian, the Independent. You can read the Daily Mail as long as you're contrasting it with other papers to see how the same story is shown over a different left-wing and right-wing newspapers. And looking at the BBC, and Channel 4 News has taken over for being more objective apparently than the BBC as well at this time. So think about bringing the news to you. So getting notifications on your phone from different places is really important, and using Twitter is quite important for these political journalists. Remember, a lot of them use Twitter to get their views out there, but to get the stories out there straight away as well. So you can be able to then see what their personal views are on Twitter and then look at their programming that comes up when we're looking at things like the Daily Politics Show, the Andrew Marr Show, Sky News, all the different kind of news programs and politics programs, Question Time that's out there, that's really important to kind of understand what the current up-to-date thinking is and justifications that people are putting out there for their policies. Really good political dramas out there as well that you can watch on Amazon, on Netflix, on the BBC as they come up, and not just normal programming. So old school, yes Prime Minister, yes Minister, are kind of very much about the civil service having a sway on the Prime Ministers and on the Ministers. The West Wing, Alpha House, political films like The Iron Lady, All the President's Men's on Watergate, Frost Nixon is on Watergate, JFK, the story of Kennedy's presidency, The Iron Lady, obviously we've said about Margaret Thatcher. Special Relationship is about Bill Clinton and Tony Blair's relationship. The Deal is about the deal between Gordon Brown and Tony Blair. There's lots of things on which talk about the David Cameron years on BBC iPlayer. So there's lots of good things you can watch to kind of understand an overview of what's being said and how they're presenting their ways. So it's really important that you read lots, you read well, and that you are thinking about how you can use this to back up your course each time. So bringing in those current examples to evaluate and to prove your points, because you have to select a point and a counterpoint, and you have to show why your counterpoint isn't as strong as the point that you're arguing is throughout your whole essay. In politics, you have to be opinionated. You cannot sit on the fence. You have to go one way or the other.